Hello. Welcome to the Fit and Free Show with Auntie Angel. ZGALA the Art Angel. That's me. I'm feeling silly as I often do. Feeling sweaty as I often do. It's kind of hot and humid and yeah, there's no cooling out here in the Head Hutt. That's this magnificent sculpture, but I am going to do a few stretches anyway. I'm going to keep it pretty short and sweet. As always, I invite you to join me to whatever degree feels good in your body. Mostly, I want to inspire you to move your body however feels right to you and remind you there's not one way and you don't have to brush your hair or put on a special outfit or any of that stuff in order to give your body a little extra attention, a little extra love, a little movement, a little stretching, a little strengthening, a little letting go of stressing. Let's start off with some breaths. We got mosquitoes in here, and I got a mosquito killing racket over there. Whew. I might have to slow down for a minute and let the head rush dissipate. A lot of those lately. Let's swing the arms around a little bit, loosen things up. Enjoy some nice exhales. I like to remind you, focusing on the exhale is an excellent way to increase your inhale. And I'm going to run through a quick full body stretch, starting with a little bit of a counter stretch or a back bend, just lifting the arms, eyes, and chest to the sky, and then stepping back with the left foot first, coming into a moderate lunge, pulling these hips onto the perpendicular line, feet are on relatively parallel lines, pushing into that back heel. Making sure I can still see those front toes. Tucking the tailbone under just a little bit. And I'm going to bring the hands in front, rolling those shoulders down and back. Moving those fingers out, keeping my sharp attention on them. Keeping those shoulders down and back. Then I'm going to shift that back foot onto the perpendicular line. Opening the hips now, maybe widening that stance a little bit, and keep my eyes on that finger as I arch it across the top of the body. Opening the hips, that's aiming this knee now for the wall behind, and everybody on this side plane here, relatively single plane. Checking in with the alignment on both sides, and then I'm going to bend from the hips, sliding that long leg out a little more, bringing the right arm down on the inside of the right leg, and lifting the left hand. There's only one of them on that side. Keeping my sharp attention on those fingertips, and then bringing that hand around to reach for this opposite thigh, gazing out at that long leg. And the mosquitoes, I got both of them. They got me. I'm going to probably regret that later. They're hungry mosquitoes in here. I did try to kill some before I got started, but they just keep coming, don't they? It's nothing like mosquitoes that inspire me to be a killer. I'm going to swing the back foot onto the toes, closing the hips now, bringing both hands on the inside of that front leg, and bend the elbows a little bit for an additional stretch, and then pushing from those palms, fingers are wide, pushing back in the hips, pushing down in the heels. Missed that one, and it missed me. Bringing the head in between the elbows. Gonna have to keep this quick moving because of them mosquitoes. They're all coming out. Dropping the hips, letting go of the toes, lifting the eyes and arms and chest. Lifting through the chest, that is, pressing from the arms. I'm not lifting the arms, but lifting through the arms. Stretching the front of the body, aiming the chin up. And then I'm going to tuck those toes, push back again into downward facing dog. Maybe tread the heels a little bit, bending one knee and then the other. Missed that one. I'm going to swing that left leg forward, coming into a nice deep lunge on that side. Might have to grab that racket, see if I can do any killing, because they're just accumulating around here. This thing works pretty good if you can make contact with them. I used to think it wouldn't shock you till I shocked myself with it. Can shock you. Not too bad, but it is shocking. Stepping forward with that back foot, coming into a forward fold, just touching the toes, bending the knees a little bit. Enjoying a heavy sigh or two here. So I bend and straighten the knees, bending from the hips. I'm going to roll up one vertebra at a time. I'm like paranoid about the mosquitoes. Bringing the arms up, enjoying another counter stretch. It is sweaty in here. And then I'm going to step back on the other side. Stepping back with the right foot. Coming into that moderate lunge. And again, bringing the hips onto that perpendicular line. See if we can do a little mosquito hunting. Pulling the front hip back and the back hip forward. Pushing into that back heel. Making sure I can still see those front toes. And rolling the shoulders down and back. Bringing these hands in front. And I'm going to again extend those fingers, keeping sharp focus on them, and then shift that back heel onto the perpendicular line, opening the hips, bringing this hand across the top, and checking out this side plane here. So I adjust the stance just a little bit, checking in with the alignment on both sides, and then sliding that long leg out as I bend further from the hip, bringing the left hand down on the inside of the left leg and lifting the right. Gazing up at those fingertips and bringing this hand around to reach for this opposite thigh. Nice little twist. I like to think of it as an internal hug to all my organs, a wringing out of the spine. And then I'm going to shift onto that back toe as I bring both hands on the inside of that front leg. And again, bend the knee or the elbows for a little bit of an additional stretch on that side. And then fingers spread wide, bringing weight onto those hands, bringing that front foot back. And pushing down into the heels, pushing back with the hips. The mosquito back there trying to get me. Bringing the heart and chest down towards the center of the earth, head between the elbows, and then coming forward through a plank or a chaturanga, dropping the hips, releasing the feet, and stretching the front of the body in a cobra pose from the pubic bone through the belly, out the chin. I'm going to swing back into Uttana Shishosana, or extended puppy pose, bringing the lower body to about a 90-degree angle and extending those hands out as I bring the forehead to the floor. It's a nice stretch from through the chest, through the arms, through the shoulders. Continuing to release the belly. Just enjoying a moment of relaxation there. I'm going to walk these hands back. Let's do a few rounds of cat-cow breathing, pushing up and expelling all the air, rounding the spine from side to side and from front to back. I missed that one. Exhaling all the air, pulling up in the abdomen. That's cat or Majarasana. And pairing that with an inhale into cow or Batilasana, lifting the chest, lifting the tailbone, and then again exhaling and rounding. Lifting and inhaling. Excellent exercise for digestion and the spine. I'm going to tuck these toes under, walk the hands out a little bit, and push back again into Adho Mukha Asana or downward facing dog. Pressing down in those heels, pressing back with the hips, pressing down with the chest. I'm going to swing that right foot forward into another deep lunge on the other side, pushing into that back heel. Oh, my racket might be losing juice. I think I should have had that one. Enjoying a nice deep lunge there before stepping forward with the back foot. Coming again into forward fold, just hanging here. Trying to relax among the mosquitoes. I'm going to swing the arms back, bend the knees, come into that counter stretch one last time. Whew. Enjoying a little bit of a head rush. And a nice exhale. Just check in with the alignment here. Making sure the knees aren't locked. Making sure the hips are loose and over the ankles. Making sure the shoulders are dropped and over the hips. Lengthening the back of the neck, ears over shoulders. I like to imagine I'm being held in gentle traction between the center of the earth and the center of the sky. Feeling good about my clap snaps today. Despite the mosquitoes and the heat, I'm feeling like I'm doing all right. It's a good feeling. I hope you're feeling all right as well. You can let me know in the comments. Again, I will remind you, there's not one way to check in with your body. It doesn't have to take a long time. You don't have to do any specific routine. Find what works for you. Do the best you can with what you got from where you are. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll be seeing you soon. Ciao for now.